What distinguishes the good from the great? What distinguishes the people who get really close to succeeding and put hours of their life into it, but fail, and those who make it all the way and become the multimillionaire stories that we hear about? Because everyone at some point in their life goes through a phase where they try hard to be successful. I've seen it over and over again in my friends and people in the real world and biographies I've read. To some extent, at some point in our lives, we all have a time when we strive to be better. So, if you're in that time right now, how do you make sure that you're one of those people that makes it all the way, and not one of the people that fizzles out over a couple years and ends up becoming lost in the mediocrity of the average person? The secret lies in your mindset. And don't click off, I know you've heard this before, but I have new information here that you probably haven't heard other places that may change your life. And I'm not trying to sound clickbaity or anything, I just cannot over exaggerate the importance of mindset. Mindset is the thing that drives every other component of your life. There can't be business without mindset. There cannot be learning without mindset. There cannot be fitness without mindset. You have some set of mental beliefs, and these beliefs act like a map leading you towards your destination. If you have an old map, a map made in 1973 that's been rotting in someone's car back seat for years, that map isn't going to lead you to where you want to be. But if you have brand spanking new iOS 17 Google Maps, then I think you'll get where you're going to go. And what we're trying to do here is update your mind from its old dilapidated maps to new ones. So how do we do that? How do we change from the old to the new mindset? Well, right now, do this test. You likely have some old cognitive beliefs that are actually holding you back. So think to yourself, how do I feel about making money? Making money is one of the most polarizing topics. So you can go deeper into this and ask yourself, how do I believe the right way to get rich is? Right? And for a lot of people, this probably sounds like get a job or work your own job and put in a lot of hours, invest half of your income, put it into the index funds and the 401k if you have a job or if you have your own 401k. And over time, maybe when you're 65, you'll get rich. But if you've read The Millionaire Fast Lane, you know that there is another way to get rich. What I just said is the old mindset. And if you had that type of belief, then that's just an example of one of the many old beliefs that you have that is holding you back. So how do you know all of the new beliefs you need to replace these old beliefs with? A lot of that comes through a dedication to learning. You'll notice that once you become dedicated to learning something, opportunities will present themselves, and the new beliefs that will drive you towards the success that you desire will suddenly become so clear. One of the best possible ways I know of doing this is actually by finding someone that's already successful in a certain field and copying them bar for bar. Every single thing they do, now you're doing it. Even if it's something that you wouldn't consider before and you don't think is going to help you, do it anyway. There was something in it that made them successful. Over time, if you feel that certain habits or beliefs are holding you back, then you can change them. But at least give them a 1-month trial time period before you change them. So, what I want you to do right now is go onto YouTube, find someone who you admire and who you see as successful, and then look to see if they have a second channel with vlogs or day in the life type videos, and then watch one of them and take notes on how they act. I want you to find 3 beliefs that you can import into your own life. You don't have to do it through YouTube videos, obviously. If you like reading biographies, that is an even better way to do it. Or the best possible way is to find someone in real life and just follow them around. So you have that, okay? You have the mental mindset. You're updating your maps to the new sleek Google Maps instead of this tattered old map that's falling apart. Now what? How do you import these new beliefs into your everyday? How do you actually start believing that? Well, the key to this is visualization. Arnold Schwarzenegger once said he attributes most of his success to his keen ability to visualize. He said that before, when he was training to become Mr. Olympia, he was able to clearly see himself outside at the stadium with thousands of fans cheering before him in his pose with his muscles gleaming at his physical best. He could see it so clearly in his mind's eye that every time he closed his eyes, it was just a single second away from him. How much more motivated do you think you would be if you could have a constant picture of where you wanted to be right in front of your eyes? Well, if you can get good at visualization, you can emulate this to an insane extent. So try this with me right now, and just don't BS it, actually try it. I don't care if it's gonna feel weird, just do this for yourself, because this is what will get you the most out of this video. If you do anything from this video, take this away and do this with me. Okay, what I want you to do, close your eyes, do it. And I want you to pick one goal that you're striving towards. That might be get 10% body fat, make 10K a month, 20K a month, whatever you want. Now imagine yourself achieving this goal. Who would be around you? How would you feel? Where would you be? What actions would you be taking to have achieved that goal? See the end goal and the celebration when you reach it. Now, I want you to see what would happen if you ended up not achieving this goal. How would you feel then? If you spent months striving towards the goal, but you never achieved it. Not so good, right? Okay, open your eyes. Now, if you did that with me, which I hope you did, you'll probably have noticed that the feeling that you get when you achieve a goal is unparalleled, like nothing else. But I also want you to notice that you can create that feeling in your own head, and that is extremely important, and that's what I'm going to talk about for the next section. So the next section, after you do this visualization, and you need to make that a habit, you need to do that at least once a day, preferably 20 times a day. As much as you can. Whenever you're riding on a bus, do it. Whenever you're waiting for something, do it. You get the idea. But once you start doing that, the next step, and this is the final step, is to create the feeling of success in yourself. Because if you can create that feeling in yourself, you can create a new life for yourself. And that is a central habit in the book, Becoming Superhuman. And you can watch it on Jay Shetty's podcast. It's the most popular video. Look up Jay Shetty podcast, go to his most viewed video and watch that, because it will change your life. But the basic core principle is that you can create any feeling that you would like to feel in yourself. Just think, you don't have to take the actions to get to the feeling. Your identity is created by the feeling. So if you can manifest the feeling, then you can manifest the identity. Now, it's not so simple as you can leapfrog past the activities and get to the feeling you want to feel and just be a bum sitting on your desk, because that feeling is fleeting. The one you manufacture in yourself, the one that lasts, is the one based off of the present. Okay, so to manufacture that feeling for now, you noticed all you have to do is use visualization. Or if you have trouble with that, the next time you feel an emotion that you would like to feel again, just take notes. How it feels. Notice very carefully. And then the next time you want to feel that emotion, just recall the memory of that time and remember how it felt. See if you can create that in yourself again. Because if we can feel that way for an entire day, then imagine how much progress you could make. One of the most impactful ways to do this is through meditation. If you've never meditated before, it's as simple as closing your eyes and focusing on your breath. There's many other ways to do it, but so close your eyes and focus on your breath. And it could just be for 30 seconds until you start to notice your mind to clear. It may take a while. If it takes 20 minutes, if it takes an hour, it doesn't matter. Do it for as long as you need. There's no stress. Then once that happens, you can simply visualize the environment in which you want to be in and notice the emotion. And you can use that throughout your life. Once you start creating these emotions and creating the identity of the person you want to be, you'll notice yourself shifting more towards the identity. That is the reason we do this. The reason we create the emotion is to create the identity. If you've ever read Atomic Habits, you know that your habits are based around your identity. And it's all well and great to pick up the habits of these successful people, but if you don't have the identity that they have, if you don't believe that you're a millionaire, if you don't believe that you're fit, if you don't believe that you're someone who is constantly improving themselves, then you won't. You'll do it for a certain amount of time, but then you'll fall off. That's why so many people fall off. You need to tell your friends that you're doing this. You need to shape your own personality around the fact that you're striving towards these goals. Say you're trying to become more mindful. Tell your friends that you're trying to become more mindful. Be the wellness guru. Be that one crazy guy that's always doing stuff for his mental. Buy the clothes that people wear. Get the bracelets of someone who's doing this mindfulness. Get the jewelry even of someone who's doing mindfulness. Shave your head even. Commit. Shape your identity. Because the smoker who says that I try not to smoke is doomed to failure. He's doomed to continue smoking. The smoker that says I don't smoke is the one who breaks the habit. And that's all I have for you today. So for the 3 main takeaways for this video, I want you to remember visualization is extremely important. Creating the emotion is extremely important. And also what we talked about in the beginning is extremely important. Okay. Now that you understand that, thank you for watching. This was Zen Tech. Stay Zen. Please like, please subscribe. It helps me so much. I'm a student. I'm trying to make more of these unedited videos that give you absolute action steps that you can take and import into your life. Stay Zen.